So welcome to this NeuroSomatic practice. This one is a very short and easy thing that you can do from home or wherever you are. I normally prefer to do it in lying down, but you can also try it in sitting. So this is a way for you to cultivate your awareness, your somatic awareness, as well as experiencing in very few minutes how your brain can change. So please lie down comfortably. Make sure that you're lying on a surface that's not too hard but also not too soft, so you can feel your body contacting the floor, and just settle there comfortably and notice how you're lying. Take a few deep breaths. Maybe notice where your breathing is happening, and we're going to start by scanning your body. So we're going to start from the top of the head. So bring your attention to the top of your head and feel the point of contact between your head and the floor. And notice whether your head is lying squarely in the middle, or if it's a little bit more to the right or to the left. And you don't necessarily need to move, but just notice where you are right now. There's no right way or wrong way, obviously, just to take note. And notice also if your head is contacting the floor a little bit above the center or below the center. And relax your jaw and relax around your eyes. And now bring your awareness to the back of your neck and imagine your vertebrae starting from the base of your neck, going all the way down to the larger vertebra that is protruding, which is C7. And notice if that one is touching the floor or not. It doesn't have to, but just notice. And from there, follow along your spine all the way down to the middle of your back. And notice again which vertebra are touching the floor and which ones are not. And notice the space in the small of your back. Is it a very big space? Could you slide your hand there or not? Everyone's different, obviously. But is it the same on one side and on the other? And follow all the way down your spine to your pelvis. And notice how your pelvis is touching the floor. Again, is there the same point of contact between the right side and the left side? Do you feel more weight on one side or the other? Are there parts of your pelvis that are not touching the floor? And now go back up your spine and feel from the middle of your back your ribs branching out from your spine on either side. And notice if they are touching the floor. Is one side more flatter to the ground than the other? And try to imagine each of your ribs individually branching out from your spine, reaching around, curving a little bit downwards and reaching around, and meeting in the middle of your chest, in the bone that's called the sternum. And notice if one side is more present to your mind than the other. Is your right side more clear than your left side, or is it the opposite? Or are both sides not so clear to you in your mind? And follow your ribs and follow your sternum all the way up to your collarbones, just at the base of your throat. And feel if you can represent or listen to your collarbones in your mind. And remember that they are also connected to your shoulder. And notice the points of contact of the floor with your shoulders. Is it the same on one side? Do you have one shoulder flatter to the ground than the other? Can you feel your collarbones and your shoulder blades touching the floor? And now follow your right arm all the way down to the tips of your fingers. And imagine not just the arm as a global thing, but the bones inside, all the way down to your elbows. You can visualize the line that is drawn by the bone, the trajectory of your arm. Feel the space between your arm and your rib cage. Can you imagine how big it is, how small it is? Notice if your elbow is bent. Notice if your wrist is tight, and if it is, just let it go. Maybe shake it loose. Are your hands facing upwards? Palms of your hands facing upwards, or are they facing downwards? Are you twitching? And do the same thing on the other side. Follow the arm all the way down. And bring your attention to your hand. And try to picture each of your fingers. Notice each of your fingers individually and your hand as a whole. And see if maybe by bringing your attention to your hand isn't starting to warm up and tingle. And just imagine the blood flowing down to your tips of your fingers and back up along your arm. And follow your arm all the way back up again. And feel your breathing. Feel the movement of breathing. Notice what happens. Are your ribs rising up and falling down gently? Is your belly inflating or not? Are you breathing from the top of your chest? And now focus on your legs. So let's start with the right hip joint. Imagine your right hip joint starting from your pelvis and follow your leg, your right leg, all the way down to your knee. And notice the weight, the length, the orientation of your leg, of your bones, and all the tissue around it. And follow all the way down to your ankle. And notice if there are places where the leg is pressing harder into the ground, lying flatter or not. And notice your right foot. Is it facing outward or inward? And how is the point of contact of your heel with the floor? A little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. Notice any contractions that you might have in your ankle or in your toes, in your feet. And now do the same on the left side. Listen to the length of your leg, and the space of your leg, and the weight of your leg. And the points of contact between your leg, your ankle, your heel with the floor. And now raise your right arm above your head, gently and slowly. And see if you can do this without any contraction in your wrist or in your fingers. And let your arm lie on the floor above your head. And see if that's comfortable. Make sure that you're comfortable. And what you're going to do is you're going to imagine that there is something very delicious lying right just outside the reach of your fingers. And you're going to gently, very gently try to reach that thing. So we're not looking for a stretch of the arm, we're looking for a whole body movement. So see if you can do the movement of reaching just beyond, a little bit beyond the reach of your arm. And let your arm drag on the floor, let your hand drag on the floor. And see if you can feel the movement translating all the way down to your ribs. So it's not a stretch of the arm, you're not forcing, you're just trying lazily to reach something which is just beyond the reach of your arm. Gently, and feel the movement all the way down to your ribs. See if your ribs on the right side are opening a little bit, and see if maybe you can feel that movement all the way down to your pelvis. And if you can't, that's okay. You just put your arm down and rest. And now do the same thing with your leg, your right leg. So see if you can imagine that something is just below your foot and you're trying to push it away. Do it very gently and softly. Maybe there's a soft furry creature that you want to caress with your foot, so just elongate, lengthen your leg. The whole leg is lengthening from the ankle all the way up to the knee, to the hip, and feel if you can lengthen the leg all the way up to the ribs, all the way up to the pelvis. And do that a couple of times. And if you can't, that's also okay. And just rest and come back to your neutral point and feel if that has created a difference in the way that your right side is lying on the ground compared to your left side. And if you feel a change, that's because your brain has let go of some chronic contractions. It's because your brain has learned something new. You're obviously not longer, you didn't stretch, you didn't get pulled. You're just feeling things differently. It could be the weight, it could be the length, it could be the heaviness, it could be the points of contact. Notice any change at all. And if you don't feel anything, that's also okay. So you can repeat this practice very slowly and softly anytime you want, as long as you do it slowly and comfortably and with great awareness. This is the point, is to cultivate your somatic awareness and also create opportunities for your brain to do something different than what it has done before. And just notice if any of this has had any impact on your breathing and on your inner sense of calm. And have a great rest of the day.